Did you stop recording?
No, I'm freaking past it, yeah.
Okay, cool. Are they watching, yeah?
Okay. Wait. No, move a bit.
Oh, no, I can't do
You
it.
can't even do the handstand. Of
What do you mean
course.
I can't do a handstand?
You can't even do the handstand, let alone the press up part.
Look at that. Handstand.
So we're just gonna pretend like there's not that little gap that's letting you hold on to on the floor.
What?
Oh, where's the press up part?
I did it. Did you see? I did
You did
one.
the handstand. You didn't do a press up.
Oh my god.
What do you mean?
Welcome to Unorthodox Reactions, guys. This is what we do.
One,
Alright then, freaking hell.
since apparently you can do it.
Oh, I almost freaking fell on your head there. One. See, and I can keep doing it.
I didn't see anything. Did you guys see anything?
Oh my god.
Nah, I didn't see anything.
You know, you're lucky I'm not seeing your government right now. I'm seeing your government right now.
Welcome back to another Unorthodox reaction, guys. How you been? It's been a while.
Quite a good intro that one.
Unorthodox reactions, unorthodox intro. That's what I was trying to think of. For sakes. Anyways, do you want to maybe complete your intro so we can get into the video, please?
Oh god, that's got me really tired. My shoulders are hurting now. I'm no longer.
Welcome. Now you're awake for the video.
All right, let's go, guys. Welcome back to another Unorthodox Reactions. Today we're back again with a
Movie recaps. Recap? A simp falls in love with a serial killer, apparently.
living next
A
door.
cute serial killer.
Oh my
Living
god!
next door.
Oh god, just carry on.
A simp.
No. You did great. You did great.
Just stop complaining.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it.
Welcome back to Movie Recaps. Today I will show you a drama, horror, mystery film from 2015, titled My Girlfriend is a Serial Killer.
Oh,
Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care.
Okay.
Kurosu is a young man going through serious depression. He
This
doesn't work or study,
Move.
and his parents have cut him off, so his apartment doesn't have power.
that's not very nice. What about people who are watching this video on mute?
Then I'm assuming they're gonna put on their own subtitles, or
Yeah.
go watch the
yeah.
video.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Water or internet, and it's full of trash as well.
Down in the link
One
in the
evening,
description
he can't
below.
take it anymore and decides to kill himself by putting a belt around his neck and hanging it on a shelf. His body's survival instincts kick in and begin struggling against the belt, which causes the shelf to come off the wall and fall on top of him. While Kurosu lays on the floor in pain, he suddenly notices a beam of light entering the room and makes a very important discovery: the falling shelf has left a hole in the wall. When Kurosu looks through it into the apartment next door, he's shocked to find his neighbor is a beautiful young woman, Ryo Miyachi. From then on, Kurosu spies on her every day. He notices Miyachi is a college student, but nobody visits her, so she mustn't have any friends. One afternoon, when she suddenly disappears out of sight, Kurosu leaves his apartment and goes to her door to try to listen to any sounds and even
My
peek through
guy,
the
are
wall.
you okay?
Yeah, it's some mad weird.
Like it went from just
depressed to like
being a stalker,
Yeah.
like
Freaking out. Extreme.
like 0 to
Depression serious,
100.
guys.
Like, real
Depression
quick.
is real.
Except when it turns into being actually nice. That's it.
Whoa.
I was gonna say, except when it turned into being a stalker, but
Oi, chill,
that's another
chill,
problem in
exactly.
itself.
Hey.
He notices a visitor can see what he's doing. This person, Haruko Kawasaki, has come to check on her brother, who lives on the floor under Kurosu's. After knocking a couple of times and getting no answer, she hangs the bag of food she's brought him on the doorknob and leaves, so Kurosu takes the chance to steal it and finally
My
eats some real food
guy!
after having been surviving on cheap snacks for a while. Once again, his creepy activities...
So wait, who actually pays for his apartment then if he doesn't have a job and his parents pretty much just disowned him?
He's probably like paid monthly before, like, so we only got into it when he was in deep depression, so maybe he's paid in advance a couple months and
The
then
way he describes it makes it sound like he's been like this for a while.
yeah, but you know, movies haven't thought of all these plot holes before, so
Probably.
we shouldn't invent
Or
new.
maybe he just skipped over the facts.
Yeah, maybe.
Semantics.
This
Yeah.
time by Miyachi herself. They introduce themselves with only those...
Is she cute though?
She is kind of cute.
Enough to let her kill you? That's what I'm
Not
just
to-
thinking. I'm
No
like,
one's cute enough to kill me.
Yeah, I mean, I
personally.
feel like there's a level. There's definitely a level.
No.
I feel like there's
No.
definitely a level.
What? Play the video.
I don't know about you, but for me, I feel like there's a level.
Who has to be cute enough?
I don't know. Like, off the top of my head, I can't think right now, but I'll come back to you on that one. I'll keep thinking.
Okay, cool.
Then Miyachi invites him to eat with her at her apartment because food tastes better when you have company.
Oh my
They
gosh,
share a
with a
lovely
knife in
dinner
her hand.
together. Kurosu returns to his place in a great mood thanks to Miyachi telling him they should do it again sometime. He starts going over often for meals while still spying on her, and one day, he makes up his mind and asks her why she wants to hang out with a NEET like him, to which she replies that them connecting so well is the only thing that matters to her. These words truly touch Kurosu, so when he returns to his apartment later, he covers the hole with a piece of paper. He's quick to take it back, however, when he hears her door open in the middle of the stormy night. Miyachi is wearing a transparent raincoat and has a box cutter in her hands, but most importantly, there is a man in the room with her. This man hugs Miyachi from behind and she immediately reacts by pulling a series of martial art-like moves that allow her to overpower the man and kills him, which makes her smile. A shocked Kurosu doesn't have much time to process what has happened, because the books on Miyachi's shelf fall and cover the peephole. While he tries to decide if what he saw was real or not, a mysterious van full of people parks in front of their building and someone knocks at his door. It's Miyachi, looking normal and cheerful, asking with a pot of food in her hands if they can have dinner together in his place this time. After moving some trash away and lighting up some candles, they share dinner and Miyachi tells him hanging out with him helps her figure out if she's normal or not. Later, after she goes back to her apartment, Kurosu uses a chopstick to push the book from the hole and sees the room as pristine, which makes him think the murder he saw was a hallucination after all. But at that moment, a mysterious voice tells Miyachi goodbye, so Kurosu rushes to his door to see who it is. Reina and Meiji, a serious-looking woman, is walking away from their apartments, only stopping to tell Kurosu she can see him, even calling him by his name. The following morning, Kurosu bumps into Miyachi, who tells him they can eat at his place again today. This inspires Kurosu to finally clean his apartment while trying to convince himself that what he saw wasn't real, yet he can't stop thinking about it. Later in the evening,
You know
What are you doing?
Hmm?
What are you doing?
What?
If you see a girl kill someone and you like the girl, but you don't know if what you saw was real, what's your reaction to that?
I'm just gonna ask her.
Okay.
But obviously not like out like when we
Nigga, she did some.
like
I'm
in
gonna-
public when she can't just kill me. I'm gonna ask.
You're gonna go to her room like,
No.
hey, I think you killed someone.
I'm
Did you
gonna be
kill
like,
her?
I'm gonna be like, listen, even if it's true, I still
I
like you
personally-
and I'll still be with you. I just want to know the truth, okay?
No,
And then
I
as
will.
soon as
I'll
it's
get a
true,
new
I'm
place.
booking a flight.
I already booked
See
it.
the-
No,
the
because
other
even if
corner
she
of
lies,
there.
even if she lies and be like, no, it's not true. I've seen what I've seen. I don't want to find out if it's true or not.
Yeah, but I feel like okay, but then it's like if you actually like her like that,
Hey, God forbid.
and okay, what if you like you like her like that, and then you actually know that she kills people,
Yeah.
and you still manage to somehow like that about her.
No. No. Then I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be me if I like that about her.
Hey,
Then
you're asking, love is blind.
You're asking the person that doesn't exist.
Love is blind.
That version of me doesn't exist. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying that they say that love is blind. So
Hey, it's not that blind.
while waiting for her to come over, he hears a noise next door and spies through the peephole to see it's happening again.
I feel like at this point she probably knows that he's spying on her.
Yeah, no, she's
I
not an
feel like she
idiot.
knows that
If she can
he's
kill people,
Like if the hole is there permanently,
and her book's
she would have
falling up,
found it at some point.
and her book's falling
Yeah,
up.
like she would have had to pick up the book and put it back, so she
Yeah.
probably would have found the
Yeah.
hole.
She's not an idiot.
Miyachi is killing a guy with a bee tattoo on his arm, smiling. when
This
she's
doesn't
done.
sound like some anime
Finally
plot.
admitting this is real, Kurosu screams in fear, making Miyachi discover the hole and stick her cutter in it before she looks at him in return.
So she didn't know this whole time.
Oh
Then
wow.
That's ridiculous.
Getting even more scared now, Kurosu runs away from the apartment, and Miyachi chases him through town with her cutter in hand. When Kurosu takes the fire escape to reach the roof of a building, Miyachi corners him there and makes him confess that he's known she's a killer for a while. She
What?
finds this very interesting because even if he knew, he still kept eating together with her. Kurosu admits he's tried to kill himself in the past, but then he discovered the peephole and fell in love with her, which is much better than dying. He falls to his knees.
How do you fall in love?
Shoot your shot, my guy. Shoot your shot. I'm just saying. Like, love works in mysterious ways, you know?
Mate, it doesn't. There's no way.
Ready for
Movie
Miyachi to
writing
kill him,
done.
and she does grab him and puts her cutter on his neck.
Nah, because you can't even say that. 'Cause I feel like this is actually something that could happen in real life. Like, you know, someone would be like this in real life.
Maybe. I personally wouldn't.
I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of this movie it's like based on a true story or some BS like.
People
Bro,
be
I'm
dumb.
telling
People be
you,
dumb
I'm
like that.
telling
Yeah,
you,
people
bro.
do be dumb like that.
But think about it. If it's someone that's actually feels like their life is worthless, and they've been wanting to
Yeah, I
end their life
guess. Yeah,
anyway,
yeah. Any little thing,
and
any
then
little
they find
glimmer of hope.
someone
Yeah,
who
yeah,
actually like
yeah,
they like
yeah.
and has the potential to kill them, they're like, well, that's kind of a win-win
Yeah,
for me
yeah,
at that
yeah,
point.
yeah. Guess I don't have to
But
kill
she doesn't
myself.
kill him yet. Once again, she considers his reaction very interesting. When she asks him how he feels right now, he says he wants to date her, which Miyachi accepts before licking the blood off a bruise on his lip he got while running away.
Okay.
Kurosu sees this as encouragement to kiss her, but when he tries, Miyachi tells him they can't kiss yet or she'll have to kill him. She does, however, ask him to keep spying on her. The next day,
She
Kurosu
asked him to
sees
keep
the
spying on her.
Yeah.
She does, however, ask him to keep spying on her. The next day,
Wait. So
I can't kiss you because I have to kill you.
she acts like her kiss is some like Mission Impossible secret.
We'll find out. We'll find out why. We're only 4 minutes in.
Alright,
Kurosu sees
alright.
Haruko has finally gotten to see her brother, Kawasaki, who is currently playing.
I honestly thought he was dead.
Afterward, he has lunch at his place with Miyachi, who is amazed at how much he can see through the hole. After admitting that he likes everything about her, he promises to get a job to be a better boyfriend for her. Kurosu ends up working at a convenience store, and every time he has to use a cutter to open one of the boxes, he can't help thinking of Miyachi's
Is he
murders.
getting urges
This
too?
doesn't stop him from still dating her though. Miyachi asks him out on a date the next day, which turns out to be an excuse to make Kurosu carry her microwave to the university because the one at her lab broke down. At first, he doesn't feel comfortable being surrounded by successful people, but soon his mood improves when Miyachi introduces him as her boyfriend in front of her admirers. While having lunch together, Kurosu tells her he may retake the entrance exam next year to become a suitable man for her because he can't imagine a future without her. Miyachi, however, is amused at the idea that he needs to be suitable for a murderer who isn't planning to stop killing anytime soon. After class, Miyachi asks Kurosu to go on a walk with her, only to shock him when she suddenly puts on her.
He's not gonna stop killing people.
Yeah.
He's done for.
I'm telling you, he doesn't care.
Yeah,
like,
he doesn't.
even if he gets caught and he gets
Yeah, this
implicated
is the
as
best
an
he's lived.
accomplice,
This is the best life
he's living his best life right now.
Yeah.
A transparent raincoat before grabbing a woman in the middle of the street and killing her. From then on, Miyachi starts.
My only question is, what is the police in this
Yeah,
doing?
she's killed 3 bodies.
I mean, to be fair,
She's not even wearing
the
gloves.
few ones that that's a good question. The few ones she's
How
still
did she dispose the body?
yeah, in the house.
There's so many questions.
I'm guessing the van company, the van that he saw, like maybe she has a guy that
Maybe she's the
disposes of
contract
body.
killer. But then why would she just
killed
kill a random woman?
I think she just does it for fun. I don't know. Maybe
Is that a
she
hobby
sells
then?
the buddies.
Is that a hobby?
At that point, it seems like yeah,
Oh, fair play. Killing's a hobby.
anything can be a hobby.
You're not a serial killer. You're a hobby killer.
Let's say a killer, bro.
Nah, you're just killing a hobby as a hobby.
Miyachi asks Kurosu to go on a walk with her, only to shock him when she suddenly puts on her transparent raincoat before grabbing a woman in the middle of the street and killing her.
What was
From then
this
on,
woman doing
Miyachi
though?
starts going out on dates with Kurosu and killing people in the middle of them, which is some sort of twisted sign of affection. Kurosu wonders if she kills randomly, but she confesses she has some personal rules, which includes a list of local criminals. This makes Kurosu wonder if he could consider her an ally of justice.
What?
It still doesn't sound right.
She just killed a random
The most
woman.
Yeah, but she probably didn't like researched her and stuff in it. Seems random to him because he wasn't expecting it. Because remember, she asks him to go on a date and to go for a walk and stuff. But I don't know. It's like I feel like it's gonna get to the point. I feel like it's gonna get to the point where she's gonna try and ask him to kill someone.
Yeah, maybe.
And then that's when it's gonna be decided whether he's down for her or not.
We're gonna see.
Shocking thing regarding this whole deal is that not a single one of her murders has appeared on the news.
Yeah.
Facts.
One afternoon, after chatting with his neighbor Kawasaki about how cute cats are, Kurosu meets with Miyachi at the park and shares some papiko with her. Papiko is an ice block made of chocolate and coffee that comes in pairs precisely to be shared, so Miyachi is touched by the gesture. Kurosu has bought something specifically to share with her. Kurosu's life starts to improve thanks to his new job. His apartment finally has power again and he can buy a new phone. One day, while working the cash register at the store, Haruko comes over to buy some snacks, and Kurosu gives them to her for free because he's feeling guilty over the food bag he stole the other day. In the evening, when he gets home, he finds a message on the peephole telling him to wait in his apartment at 10 p.m. When the time
Haruko
comes,
dead.
Kurosu looks through the peephole again and discovers Miyachi has kidnapped Kawasaki. He tries to ask her not to kill him, but Miyachi just tells him to keep quiet not to be caught and proceeds to kill their neighbor. Right after she's done, Reina and her team arrive in their black van and clean the entire crime scene, which explains why nobody has found out about all the murders.
Yeah.
Kurosu goes to Miyachi's apartment and demands some answers. Reina explains that Miyachi is a great killer because she does it quickly with a clean cut, and there are many people out there in need of fresh bodies. This still doesn't explain why Miyachi would kill.
Oh, so they're basically just exploiting the fact that she's a serial killer and just having her fulfill her urges and lining their pockets at the same time. Business wise, it's kind of smart. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes,
but moral wise,
she's
Kawasaki
killed.
of all people. So Reina takes him to his apartment and shows him the truth. All this time, Kawasaki has been torturing the stray cats he befriended. Reina
oh,
doesn't understand why he looks so shocked since she believes this is also his future because Miyachi doesn't know how else to interact with people. The following morning, Miyachi knocks on his door, but he ignores her, so she enters his apartment by jumping from her balcony to his. Kurosu tells her he isn't feeling well and stays in bed, so she gets in there with him to warm him up. When he
oh.
explains murder is wrong and there should be certain lawfulness,
I
Miyachi
mean-
wonders who gets to choose who dies and who lives and points out a country's laws change all the time, so real lawfulness doesn't exist. Kurosu finally admits he just didn't want to see it, so an upset Miyachi leaves the room while Kurosu thinks that despite everything, he still likes her. Sometime later, Kurosu bumps into Haruko, who wants to know if he's heard from her brother, because he hasn't called or visited in a while. While Kurosu tries to come up with some excuse, Haruko is startled by the sudden apparition of a jealous Miyachi, who wants to know who is this person talking to her boyfriend.
Oh,
While
she's
Haruko
dead.
explains
Yeah,
she's
that's what I
Kawasaki's
said.
sister, Miyachi invites her to wait for him at her apartment, but Kurosu freaks out and sends her away, promising to let her know if he hears from Kawasaki. Later, when he's having dinner with Miyachi, he can't stop worrying about Haruko coming back and finding out the truth. Miyachi tells him it's fine because Kawasaki has disappeared without a trace, and because of her personal rules, she promises not to kill Haruko. Some days later, Haruko texts Kurosu, asking him if they can meet to talk about her brother. While wondering if accepting or not, Kurosu is suddenly grabbed and dragged into a black van where Reina is waiting for him. She tells him to become a suitable man for Miyachi or she will take care of him, because as a person he's useless but he'd make a great dead body. A few hours later, Kurosu meets with Haruko for tea. She is in desperate need to know what happened to her brother, so she asks Kurosu to come with her to see the landlord because she's scared to go by herself. Kurosu doesn't want to accept, but he doesn't want to arouse suspicion, so together they ask the landlord to open Kawasaki's apartment. It turns out Kurosu doesn't have anything to worry about because
They
Reina's
cleaned
team
it
has
up.
cleaned it all and got rid of all the tools he used with the cats, leaving a perfectly normal room behind and even the copy of an online air.
But then, if that was me, wouldn't that make it suspicious? Maybe I'm thinking they might have set up in the first place that he was torturing animals just to make my conscience
Yeah.
clear, and then
Clear,
they cleaned it up
yeah.
after they showed me it.
Plane ticket reservation to make it look like he is away on a trip. Now that she can stop worrying about her brother, Haruko goes for a walk with Kurosu and thanks him for his help. When he tells her she can call him anytime she needs something though, she says she won't because it would piss Miyachi off. Kurosu admits that while they're dating, he doesn't know Miyachi that well, and she can be kinda twisted. He thinks he's way over his head. On his way back home, he sees a guy with the same B tattoo the other victim had putting an arm around Miyachi, yet she doesn't push him away. When they meet for dinner, he tells her he's seen her with that dude and demands an explanation, but Miyachi accuses him of doing the same with Haruko.
She's just trying to make him
Kurosu
jealous,
denies this
isn't
and
she?
tells her he only hung out with Haruko to protect Miyachi, then proceeds to hug her, only to get threatened again when he tries to kiss her. Later that night, Haruko goes to the bar the B gang uses as their headquarters and informs them she is turning down their offer of working for them as their personal killer. They don't take this news very well, and the leader reminds her they know she was the one that killed one of their gang members and threatens to kill Kurosu if she doesn't change her mind. The next day, Miyachi waits for Kurosu to finish working and walks him home, since she's worried about his safety. When they arrive at their building, they find Haruko waiting for them and they invite her in for tea. It turns out she's received a postcard Kawasaki has sent from Thailand, another trick from Reina. Suddenly, she passes out and Miyachi shows up wearing her transparent raincoat. It was her that put something in Haruko's tea to make her sleep. She intends to kill Haruko, but Kurosu stops her, telling her this is getting out of control. Miyachi reminds him that she makes her own rules and that she could kill him instead, but Kurosu tells her she wouldn't be able to. Miyachi disagrees but still
I
leaves.
haven't tested, but
A few
sure.
hours later, when Haruko wakes up, she confesses she likes Kurosu and wonders if she isn't good enough for him, but the
Oh,
moment they share is suddenly
She's definitely dead. She's definitely dead.
It's GG for her, man. She was so calm.
Kurosu is just an idiot because he
He's a dumbass.
he started that relationship with one foot out the door because he wasn't ready for it, but for some reason he thought he was.
What, the serial killer?
Yeah,
Nigga,
no,
nobody-
the guy.
Yeah, no one's ready for a serial killer.
I feel like you should be though. You should know what you're getting into.
I think he should have left as soon as he saw the first dead body.
Nah, I feel like if he was gonna date her, he should have been 100% down.
Yeah, no, she's gonna kill him.
Because imagine
I
if
feel like it's getting
if
really
he'd
twisted
actually
now.
been down for her, and then like they just had like kind of like a serial killer relationship where
No.
he doesn't kill them, but obviously he just kind of
Helps
acts
to
as the audience.
Yeah, nah.
Like, and then
That's
she
crazy.
gets to put on the show, maybe like
Nah.
up at a bit more higher stage.
Yeah,
You know,
nah,
like
that's
take it to
crazy.
Broadway.
And it becomes their night thing,
Yeah, like
their
it
date
becomes
night
the
thing.
date night thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so no way.
That's messed up.
That's so crazy.
Interrupted by Reina and her team. They came to the apartment thinking they would have to pick up a dead Haruko, who is now leaving in a hurry. This is the first time Miyachi doesn't kill someone Reina is after, so she asks Kurosu not to confuse her because she will never connect with him anyway. Some days later, Miyachi meets with Reina and apologizes for wasting her time with Haruko. She also shares a papiko with her. Reina tells her that who lives and who dies is up to Miyachi, but if she starts to waver, the corpses become unclean and she won't be able to collect them anymore. Meanwhile, Kurosu is meeting with Haruko again at a cafe, where she tells him her feeling for him are real. Kurosu can't accept this and explains to her he's only been trying to help her with her brother, nothing else. Haruko, however, expresses her confusion, since she remembers how Kurosu said Miyachi doesn't suit him at all. She thinks Miyachi is just dragging him around and won't change for him, so before leaving, Haruko tells him she'll wait for him at this cafe tomorrow as well, so he should think about possibly giving her a chance until then. On his way home, a black van stops next to him and Kurosu thinks it is Reina, but it's actually the B gang. They kidnap him and take him to their bar, where they ask him to convince Miyachi to kill for them. Kurosu refuses, so they threaten him with going to the police before cutting his cheek and letting him go. When he arrives at his place, Miyachi sees the injury and tries to go after the gang, but Kurosu stops her, explaining to her he'd rather die by their hands than see her kill again. Miyachi reminds him that she's a murderer and that will never change because she doesn't feel like herself if she doesn't kill, but Kurosu points out she didn't kill Haruko, so she could change if she wanted to. He tells her how much he likes her, but Miyachi doesn't think he understands her and can't accept her for who she is. She doesn't see a happy future for them, so she leaves in tears after asking him to cover the peephole. A few hours later, Kurosu is working at the convenience store when he's approached by Reina, who is purchasing some papiko. She tells him Miyachi has asked her for a big cleanup soon, but Kurosu still can't accept all the killing. Reina, however, points out they have quite a strong connection nobody can break. Later at night, Kurosu hears some noises coming from Miyachi's apartment, so he decides to check on her through the peephole. He sees her killing one more person, but this time, instead of smiling when she's done, she's crying. This makes him think she didn't kill someone she wanted to kill but a person the B gang asked for. At that moment, he has a big realization, so as he runs out of the apartment, he calls Haruko and tells her
Haruko dead.
Miyachi may not change and may not need him, but he now knows he needs her. Kurosu makes it to the B gang's bar and asks them to make Miyachi stop killing, but they ignore him, so he tries to attack them with a cutter of his own. Obviously, he isn't an opponent for a whole group of gangsters, so they easily dodge his attacks before throwing him on the floor to beat him up. The leader even comes closer and grabs his hand with the cutter, intending to cut his neck the same way Miyachi does, but suddenly the power goes off and a sleeping gas is released around them. As all the gangsters fall to the floor, Kurosu sees Miyachi arrive wearing her transparent.
This is some flash last minute BS. Because if his cut is already on his neck, why couldn't he have just cut his neck before he freaking collapsed from the tear gas?
Movie tension, man.
Yeah, you're right.
Raincoat. She's surprised to find him there, and when she notices his injuries, she gets even angrier than she already was and grabs his cutter, which she uses together with hers to kill all the gangsters.
How are they
The
awake
men try to
already?
defend themselves, but she expertly fights them off and easily murders them one by one. The leader is last and he does manage to make her drop the cutters, but she doesn't give up and with a smooth movement, she kills him with his own katana before adding another cut with her own cutter. Afterward, she helps a weak Kurosu to get on the couch.
How has she only got that much
A
blood?
few hours ago has also been a B gang member. The only reason why she didn't smile this time is that it hadn't been fun for some reason, but this doesn't mean she'll stop killing. Kurosu reminds her that he likes everything about her, and after Miyachi tells him she likes him too, the couple finally kisses.
Hey,
Miyachi
there you
is sitting
go.
on the stomach right
Oh,
She smiles because she's always wanted to kill someone she liked and now she understands it doesn't feel the same at all, which makes Kurosu glad. As he falls to the floor, he hears Miyachi tell him she loves him, and he returns the words before passing out. Many days later, Reina finds Miyachi with a suitcase and Kurosu following her while on
I thought he was dead.
Yeah,
No,
I say she killed someone she
I
likes.
was gonna say, bro, she achieved one of her goals.
Yeah.
Like,
That's tough.
She asks if his room should be cleaned by her team and they agree, so Reina leaves to work on that before telling Kurosu that just because they're going to live together it doesn't mean he should stop spying on her. As they walk away, Miyachi tells him she won't kill anymore but one day she kill him, which Kurosu gladly accepts because his artery belongs to her. Suddenly, Miyachi realizes they never learned each other's first names, so they introduce each other properly as they shake hands.
That's actually
Make sure to
crazy.
subscribe and turn on
So she's ready.
notifications
How can you? I don't know. Be ready for someone to kill you and not know your name.
No, I think it's more because obviously in Japan they normally introduce themselves by last name.
Do they?
Yeah, it's normally it goes last name and first name, and then when you first meet someone, I think it's normally the polite thing to introduce yourself as your and they call each other last names, and then
So
when
what
you're
would your
actually
name
close to someone is when you tell them your first name, and
what
or
would
like,
your
they
name
start
be?
calling you by your first name.
How would you introduce yourself to me?
Orthodox.
Hi, my name is last name.
My name is Orthodox Un.
Fair play. That was a decent recap of a movie, I guess. I don't think I would have actually ever watched that movie.
But I'll actually enjoy the
Yeah,
recap
no,
of it.
110% enjoyed that recap.
I feel like it would have been one of those movies where if I watched it, I would have had to skip watch it. No, probably not fall asleep, but I would have had to skip watch it because I'll be like, the premise is intriguing to me.
Oh yeah, no.
But
Yeah.
the length of it is kind of a bit
I would have
annoying.
watched it without paying attention.
Yeah, just kind of watch
Like,
the major parts of it just to see what
yeah,
happens.
it's like the third thing
like
playing.
the clip notes.
Yeah, it's like it's on my laptop while I'm on my P4.
Yeah.
On the
And
phone.
what was the name of the woman from The Flash that
Irish.
plays Hawk?
That plays who?
Hawk Girl.
Hawk Girl.
Yeah,
Who's Hawk Girl?
Hawk Girl.
Hawk
You know the
Girl.
episode? Hold on, wait. But yeah, the Hawk Girl from The Flash, Hawk Girl, search up.
The crossover episode.
Don't worry about it. But I mean, if she was a serial killer and I fell in love with her at first sight, I might be down for her.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
No chance. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
There's no woman on this earth that I would let kill me.
You say that
Even
now.
stab me after a
You
kiss.
say that now
Even-
until
How dare you?
Cupid's arrow hits you, and
How
then
dare
you're
you.
there, and then you're like, "Oh my god, I never knew I could feel this way."
Oh my god, I'm blacking out. How dare you? Anyway,
Anyway.
guys, that's been Unorthodox Reactions. This has
Cold.
been another Unorthodox Reaction.
Cold.
If you're still here with us, we appreciate you.
Of course.
Stopped watching because you got bored. We still appreciate you.
Of
Thank you for
course,
checking in
always.
with us. Make sure you
Punch that like. Okay, I need to stop.
punch that like button.
Subscribe.
Finger the
Notification bell, or the good stuff. Don't forget, leave reaction suggestions below in the comments, and we'll see you all in the next one.
Peace.
In a bit.
Love.